Hi guys, my name's Hannah and I'm the C5 nut. Well, we got diamonds back in the workshop again. Now, what can I say? So today she passed her MOT. Yes! So there was only two advisories, one which was a crack in the windscreen, which we knew about, and the exhaust. It's got a slight rattle or a slight leak from the catalytic converter, but that's because the bottom engine mount, because it had so much oil leaking in the past, it's actually chewed away part of the rubber. Now I will be doing a video on that soon, so I have ordered the bits for this, but today's video, possibly the last upgrade. Don't know, I'm still humming and ahhing about the sat nav, but the last upgrade for Diamond is to have the silver rails fitted across to the top. I think these cars should really be fitted as standard, but you know yourself, with the LXs, they never fit them on the LXs. So yeah, so lucky enough I've got a pair of roof rails, and we're going to go and fit them. So I'll turn the video around and show you what it's all about. Right, so that's one of the rails. I've got another one on the bench. Right, let's get the old screwdriver. Now, on top of the C5s, you've got these like little dimple things. Now, the easiest way I find to move them is just stick a screwdriver in there and lever it back like so. So it's out the way, which then, which then leaves that hole. Now that's where the bolt screws onto for the actual rails. Now there's actually three. There's one on the front, there's one just here, and there's one on the rear. So what we're just going to do is just move this and push it back, just so you can gain access. You can see that's a bit dirty in there, so we're going to try and clean that somehow. God knows what I'm going to use that with, but yeah, so just push that in like so. Sorted. And there's another hole. Oh, it's got a bit of crap in it. Yeah, you just want to stick the old screwdriver in there just to make sure whatever rubbish is in there, it's going to clear. Now, the actual, let's grab this. I'm going to try this one-handed. Right, so it does need a good old clean, sat outside for God knows how long. Right, now, that will sit there into that hole. That one will sit onto there. Now there's a little piece missing, and that would be these here. Now is that the right one, or is that the wrong one? Now these are actually handed, so I've actually got both the driver's and passenger side, so yeah, you can see it's a bit manky in there. Right, so I would say it's most likely, it's not going to be that one. That looks like the driver's side because it's going the wrong way. So yeah, let's have a look at that. So that's most likely going to be it. So that will sit there. And oh look, yeah, not quite the same. The holes don't line up. So yeah, maybe that was the driver's. Let's push it that way so it sits like that. Right, I don't want to really scratch the car while I'm doing this one-handed. It's definitely a two-handed person job. Well, two-handed job anyway. And look, it sits like that. See, Diamond looks so much better with these rails. I mean, come on. That's what she should have had. Right, so basically, before we actually fit this main rail on, we need to get the bolt in for this. Now, again, try not to scratch the roof. So there's one bolt that goes in there that then bolts that to the car, and there's another bolt that then goes from the top rail into this rail, but both on either ends is just one bolt and it will go straight in. Right, now I had to drill the old bolts out from these rails came off Robert's old car, so the bolts were heavily rusted. So what I'm going to do is stop the video. I'm going to find some new bolts that I've got somewhere kicking about in a workshop, and once I've got them sorted, I'll bring you back and we go to the next stage. Okay guys, so I've managed to find some bolts. I've just literally just bolted this in. I just double checked all the holes just by using a sacrifice bloody bolt, and I tell you what, that just screws in so nice, it's unreal. And I didn't do anything. All I did was just went to screw that in, and it screws in all the way. Obviously there is a bit of rust in there, but obviously that will get cleaned up. Right, so these bolts, you need like a 10mm socket. The actual length is 30mm, and it's an M6, and I think it's a 1.25 thread. It's basically just a standard bolt you get from bloody tool station, really. So yeah, I did try to use a different selection of bolts, but these are like the better ones. I did find an old bolt that I cut off, and yeah, it's lost it then. It is that length, so it is 30mm, and it is an M6. But yeah, so basically I'm going to put some washers on the end of these, and well, I'm not going to tell you how to suck eggs, but as you poke it in through that hole, straight into there, screw it up, tighty tight. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly do that and bring you back. Right guys, so basically all of these are now in. There is a second bolt that bolts this to the bottom. Now the original bolt looks like this, but as you can see, it's just too rusty. I'm not going to use that, so I'm going to use basically one of them, a nice just standard old screw. It goes straight in. Now I've already done this side, so let's go around the other side. And as you can see, I've already bolted it down. I mean, this is just the last final bit. Now I'm gonna have to use your old step ladder so you guys can actually see. So you can see there's one hole that's got one nut in, that's already in there. And there is just the one just on the front there. So what I'm going to try and do, see if I can get that in there. Hang on a second, get in that hole. There you go, just in there. I'm just going to ram it with that. That's it. That's now in there as well, so that's all tight. That's just the final bit, the old cap. Now I've already done the caps on this one. Now, put this back up there. I will say that these end caps, they are like different sort of shapes and all that stuff, so these are basically handed. You can't put this one on, say like the other side, it doesn't actually fit. So I'm going to push that down somehow. There we go, nice tight. Just like that. And the last one. See, that's how I like my C5s. A C5 Estates with the silver rails. I mean, when I first got this car, the one modification I wanted to do to it right from the start was to fit these rails. And I tell you what, mate, it just looks, well, in my opinion, it looks really good. I'm really happy with this. Yeah. See, now I can use my roof bars. I do have a genuine set of Citroen C5 roof bars, and they actually clamp to this. Now, I don't know, let's go around the front, you will see it a bit better. Now, you notice that the distance between the front and basically the two fronts is completely different to the distance on the back. Now, this isn't an optical illusion, this is what it looks like. So the back naturally curves in inwards. That's how it gets the old sort of styling of the car a little bit, because the front is wider than the back. But I'm over the moon. I mean, she looks really good. Really good. Yeah, so I'm trying to sort out a sat nav. I've got a let's have a look in my cupboard of doom. I got this lovely sat nav and I got the screens and everything for it. I'm just having issues communicating this to the car. Now, this it says 2004 on it, but this is the early RT3s, and from what I can gather, if it had the older software on it, then this would easily talk to Diamond. But if you actually upgrade the software, apparently it stops talking. Well, that's what I found out so far. But this is an early RT3 stereo, so I was hoping I could put this into Diamond with a screen and everything else, because these scratches are really bugging me. So I know at some point I've got to take the dashboard out, but I was hoping I could actually fit a dashboard with the screen. I've actually got one in stock. I'll just get in the set. And you possibly notice one thing, I've got a different stereo in Diamond as well, so I'm actually using Diamond locally, and because I'm mostly on call from work, I need Bluetooth, and even though you can get the modules and you can plug it in the back of the stereo and things like that, you then lose the multi-changer. So this stereo has DAB on it. It also Bluetooth, and it's got a proper CD in there. This is the stereo that I took out of the V6. So I'm only using this stereo temporary in Diamond until I can get the sat nav sorted out, and then sat nav's going to come into Diamond. I'm still touring the idea regards to changing these to the digital one. I'm still 50-50 at the moment. I mean, it's quite a big job to do, because it's not just a matter of changing these, you've also got to change the heater box and all the motors and stuff like that. So there's a lot of work just to change this. So I'm humming and ahhing about it at the moment. So yeah, we won't see much of Diamond over the next couple of weeks. Because my friend, who is borrowing my little black car, I mean, she loves that car to bits, but the black car is now due its MOT, and there's a couple of niggly bits that need to be done before its MOT. So I said to her, look, take Diamond. She's going to use Diamond for a couple of weeks while I take the black car back, and I'm going to fix the black car, get her through its MOT, and then hopefully I'll get Diamond back. Now, I had one or two questions from other people regards to, am I still the owner of the black car? Yes, I am. It's basically my tow car. I tow it when I go on holidays behind my van. So, you know, really, I'd rather see the car get used than just sitting in storage and not doing anything. So, yeah, that's how it, you know, that's where we're at with the cars. Right, so yeah, so that's the story of the black car. So yeah, we will be doing some videos on that possibly soon. Yeah, I've got a bit of welding to do on the back, so that'll be fun. Right guys, so I'm going to leave it here for a minute. I've had a really busy day at work today, hence why my bench is covered in so much junk. So I'm going to sort it out ready for work tomorrow. So say, look, I'm getting so tired I come out with random crap. Sit down. So anyway, if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and just at some point I will do another video. So take care, see you soon.